Colonel Kopra, it's been 30 years since you graduated from West Point. What would you tell the current class of cadets about getting into a career in spaceflight?
You know, that's a great question. You know, I don't think I quite envisioned that I would have this job when I was a cadet many years ago. But one of the great things about the West Point experience is that it's a great training ground for not just military service and the service I've had at NASA, but life as well, because it's a strong academic, physical, and military preparation. And so for the young people that are at the academies, and particularly West Point, one thing to consider is that, you know, in our job, it's very technical and it's very operational, and those are important things and important backgrounds to have. But at the end of the day, what we do is very similar to the military in that it's a team sport, and being able to work as a team is the most critical skill.
For Captain Scott Kelly, you've been aboard the station for just about a year on the current expedition. How does that time in space compare to, say, a shipboard deployment?
Yeah, it's quite different. I did one like 6-month cruise on the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower, and then a shorter, 2 to 3 month. I think it was 2 months on the George Washington, a little shakedown cruise. And the difference is on on the aircraft carrier there with more than 5,000 other people. You have much more room. You can go out on the flight deck, get some fresh air. I was a pilot, so I got to fly off the ship. We went into port occasionally, not too much, but we did do that occasionally. Whereas here, you never leave. It's a much more confined space, but there are similarities. I mean, it's a very operationally oriented environment where, like Tim was saying, teamwork is very important. So my experience on those cruises and on the ships and on the deployment is great training for this, but it is quite different in a lot of ways too.